Joining me now is author and political commentator Shemeka Michelle.
Shemeka Michelle.
Shemeka Michelle.
Shemeka Michelle.
When God looked at man, he said it's not good for man to be alone. He gave him a woman. He didn't give him a village. He didn't give him the community. He said, be fruitful and multiply to this man and this woman. So it's supposed to be God, husband, wife.
If you always do what you've always done, you will always get what you've always done.
Hello, 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 hello. Can y'all hear me? I just want to make sure because I have my mic set up and I want to make sure y'all can hear me on my mic. Hi, Earl. Hey, Shemeka, I made it. Okay, yes, you can hear me. Great. And we're going to have a guest today, the Pope B. Frank. But before we get to our topic for today, and actually, let me tell you that he bullied me and made me bring him on here. So I just want to make sure that y'all know I'm being bullied behind the scenes. But no, seriously, we met through Fearless, and he has his own podcast or his own show that he does. But he saw the topic yesterday and he said it needed a male's opinion. I didn't think it did. I said what I said. But then today he said, send me the link, because he has some things to say about today's topic and why men get judged harder in dating. I told y'all yesterday we were going to start coming together at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to just have a little chat, to just see what's going on in the news. And then we would have like a mini topic that we discuss and to hold us out until Friday when we actually are here much longer. Now, I will tell you the Pope is going to try to hold me on here longer. I already know. But anyway, it's all good. Thank y'all for joining. Hi, Jay. I appreciate y'all being here. Before we get started with the topic, there's a couple things that are in the news that I want to share and talk about. So let's, this right here is really bothering me, y'all. Let's bring this up. This young lady, I'm assuming her name is Aisha. Okay, we don't need the music. We don't even need the music, right? Aisha Howard, 39, is reportedly seeking a $500,000 one-time payment, an apology, and $55,000 annually for life, on top of the $1,080,000 child support payment that Anthony Edwards, 23, has already agreed to pay. What are we paying this lady for, right? Why does she feel like she needs this amount of money? First of all, $1,080,000 divided by 18 years by 12 months a year, he's already giving her $5,000 a month for one child. Now, she's complaining that she's already blown through $100,000 of that. That's no one's fault but yours, okay? The child, I don't even think is a year old. This is ridiculous. But I think if we look at this woman and how she's parading her body around, we can understand that a lot of times these women, they go out here and they fool you. And men, Anthony Edwards, I understand you're 23, but y'all have to stop getting fooled by stuff that is not real, stuff that will not last. The way this woman's body is, her looks alone, this isn't going to last. And not only has it already cost you over $1 million, because most people don't pay $1 million for their children by the time they're 18. Not only has this already cost you $1 million, It's costing you time, attention, energy, and unfortunately, there is a baby involved. So who's going to get the short end of the stick? This young child who didn't ask to be here, who's not going to have any type of relationship with her father. But this is what we are doing. We're putting these women on pedestals as if they actually have anything to offer other than a good time. This wasn't the place or that you should have sown your seed, Anthony Edwards. You didn't sow this into, well, the ground was fertile, but what did you plant and what came up? I think that needs to be addressed and discussed. This is ridiculous, okay? Another thing that has been in the news, let me bring this up. What is this, guys? What is Now, this is Red Dress Day in New Orleans. Before I play the video for y'all, this is just showing you something else going on. Red Dress Day in New Orleans, where these men come out. They are men biologically, a lot of them. They're men and women coming out. Red Dress Day in New Orleans. There was a post that went viral. Allegedly, there was a woman. This man is supposed to be straight. They were in a relationship, and she goes, "Why are you in New Orleans?" And he says, "Oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm attending an event here." And she's like, "Oh, okay." He says, "Let me send you some pictures." And he sends her the video of him in New Orleans, and she has a fit and tells him, "Don't even come home with that gay SHIT." But this is what we're promoting. This is what's going on. This is in the news. And because I had to see it, I'm making y'all see it as well. Okay? Let me rewind.
Don't pull it down. Watch it, baby. TikTok. Hi, baby.
Disgusting. Right? This is disgusting. This is ridiculous. But this is what, as people that love to say, I'm Black first, I'm always going to support my culture. I don't want to hear that, oh, it's the same as pride parades, or this is what we love to make excuses, right? We're not going to make excuses for this degeneracy. This is embarrassing. And if you are so Black pride, power to the people, you will not be making excuses for this. You will demand your Black brothers and sisters do better than this. Because it is one thing for a man to lay down with another man, or a woman to lay down with another woman. I do not believe that is God's intentions, but that is one thing. To be out parading in the streets with this FAGGOTRY, we shouldn't be promoting this. This is when you shouldn't be all Black pride. I'm always going to support Blackness before anything. This is ridiculous. Last but not least, before I bring on the Pope, be frank, for today's topic, I'm going to show you something that just made me think a little bit. I've heard this discussion come up more than one time, but I want to play Sha'Carri Richardson's entire, I don't know if this is supposed to be an apology, but she didn't sound like she was apologizing to me. But then I want to get to the comment or a comment that was made under her apology that I saw it as I was looking at the video, but I didn't say anything. But
care.
let's listen to this non-apology apology, I guess. And then I'm gonna point out something.
Hey y'all, it's Sha'Carri, and more than anything, definitely a lot of self-reflection, a lot of understanding of not only putting myself in a compromised situation, but somebody that I have a deep care and appreciation for as well is something that holding myself accountable. I see myself, I'm taking this time to not only see myself, but get myself a certain level of help that overall is going to reflect who I truly am in my heart and my spirit, and not allowing this moment, but accepting this moment to be more. And so my only thing is I want to be more, not even just for myself, for my family, for my fans, and overly appreciate y'all supporting me and showing up and even holding me accountable to being my best self. So more than anything, I refuse to my family, for my fans, and overly appreciate y'all supporting me and showing up and even holding me accountable to being my best self. So more than anything, I refuse to run away, but not refuse to run, but I refuse to run away, but face everything that comes to me head on, because everything on the other side is greater, but you got to go through in order to get there. So I'm Sha'Carri, y'all. I appreciate y'all, and one love, much love, and y'all be blessed.
Anybody want any ranch dressing to go along with that word salad? Because I heard a lot of words I did not hear. I apologize. I was wrong. If you all are not aware, Sha'Carri was caught on videotape in an airport pushing and shoving her boyfriend. She was arrested, and he went on the defense saying that never should have happened. I disagree, because I feel like if the shoe was on the other foot, we would want him arrested. I also think that these men are signing up for a lifetime of trouble when they decide to get with women who don't know how to carry themselves, who don't know how to have proper conflict resolution skills. That it's a waste of time, and you will be putting your money in pockets with holes in them. It's not going to be good for you. It's not going to be beneficial. Go back to the video on feminism from last Friday. It's a waste of time. We're going to bring the Pope up, because I want him to see this comment. You're on mute, the Pope. Unmute. Do you unmute yourself?
I'm unmuted now.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey, I want you to can you see this video? Let me see if I can pull it up. At least you saw the video I just played with Sha'Carri, correct?
Correct.
Or Sha'Carri, that's how she pronounces her name.
Okay.
There was a comment under this video that I bookmarked, because I found it very interesting. Tommy Sotomayor, one of my favorite people,
Oh, Tommy.
said, yes, said she needs to be arrested for them damn wigs. My God, Black women are the fakest chicks on planet Earth. That got me to thinking because I also have another person that I follow. I follow them who is always talking about how women get away with everything when it comes to looks, but men get away with nothing. And I've also heard people say, I've heard men say, if we're bald, we're just bald. There's nothing we can do to cover it. It is what it is. If we're fat, we're not wearing waist trainers to pretend that we aren't fat. We don't have eyelashes to pretend like we have something that we don't. Women are always in filters. Women are all getting their breasts done, BBLs, what have you. And I remember, and this is why I could appreciate Kevin Samuels when he would say, on a scale of 1 to 10, and you can't use a 7, what are you fresh out the shower? No weave, no eyelashes, no makeup. How do you look? Fresh out the shower. And women would be so delusional. I'm still a 10 or I'm a 9. Fat, 400 pounds, short, out of shape, bald without the wig. I mean, and women are delusional. Women are delusional. I was talking to someone, Frank, a couple of days ago, and I just heard, this was a female, I heard them say, just really tear down a group of men on their physical traits. And I was thinking to myself, have you looked in the mirror? So here as a man, I want you to go on and talk about this. And then I want to ask you a very important question. I want you to answer. Do men feel like they have to lower their standards because women can constantly say what they like physically, but anytime a man says it, all of a sudden he's demonized? The Pope be frank, the floor is yours.
Yeah, we sexist, we misogynistic, and all of these other things. We hate women, we gay, we this, we that, we bootlickers, we trying to. No, ladies. We have to tell it to y'all straight. And to me, and that's why, Michelle, Shemeka, thank you for having me on. You a breath of fresh air. It's not many with that type of mindset that you have. And the natural beauty. Like, to me, it's like you don't love yourself when you have to put on this wig, caked up with makeup, eyelashes coming out to here, fake booty, fake, like, it's getting so ridiculous nowadays. These women are like robots in a sense, man. It's just bad business. And for me as a Black, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And so I don't want to hear with, you don't like your Black women. My Black women seems not to like themselves. So how am I supposed to live? My mom used to tell me, ain't nobody gonna love you if you don't love yourself. So if you're displaying that you don't love yourself, then how can you even open the door for me to love you? I can't, it's not gonna happen. So we're gonna end up bumping heads and so on and so forth. And that's just not good. We have to start finding out finding out what God's purpose is for us on this earth and loving ourselves how God made us. Just like you said, we can't go do all of this extra stuff that'll look weird on the man. And I want the same thing for my lady. I don't want to hug you and now I got makeup all on my shirt and you didn't mess my outfit up. I can't even get a good hug and rescue, right? I gotta give you the it's bad. It's bad, right. Shemeka.
It's really bad. I was watching, and I should have had this clip, but it actually just came to mind. I was watching Pop the Balloon, one episode, and there was an episode where the guy was having to choose from the women, that were on there. And he said, I think you're an attractive woman or whatever. I personally don't like all of the makeup. I don't like the weave. And there was a woman on there who read him his rights. She went off on him because she felt like he could not express that he wanted a woman that wasn't wearing all of the makeup and the weave. And it's almost as if men just really can't speak out and have that choice. It recently just happened to Cash Doll. She was being interviewed by someone from the Shade Room, and she said, "My man likes me natural." Oh my God, the firestorm that was created from her saying that, people really were upset that he had the audacity to like her in her natural state and feel like she was beautiful. I don't understand these women who listen. I'm not saying that you can't groom yourself, right? I'm groomed. Got this little braid right here. Got on my lip gloss. My lips are looking good. My lip gloss is popping.
Lip
I'm
gloss
not.
popping.
Yes, groom yourself. My grandmother used to tell us, put some Vaseline on those lips before you go outside. So she didn't want us going out ashy and looking like, we had been thrown away. But a lot of these women, and they will not admit it, they don't like the way they look. Because a lot of times, as in that video with Sha'Carri Richardson, they will look ridiculous over looking like themselves. Not only was that a horrible wig, she had a filter on. I mean, she was one step above looking like she participated in A Bug's Life. It's like y'all don't like the way you look. And that's the truth. That's just the honest truth. I'm sorry. That
Mm.
goes far above grooming. But they'll tell me, I hate being black. How do I hate being black? Or I hate myself. No, I don't hate myself. I typically don't like none of y'all. That's really the
Right.
truth. But I love myself. I don't
Right.
like y'all. As
Right.
a man, now, and I know you aren't dating, but you have dated. Do you feel like you were judged harder or harsher than women are judged?
Of course, because they've been lied to. We've been lied to for basically our lifetime. And so, yeah, when a man, you gotta have a whole lot of different things going on for a woman to be satisfied or think that you a prize or something. I had an argument with somebody else. Lady was talking about she the prize and the women's the prize. I'm like, we put our life on the line. You come out of these nut sacks. You can't be the prize. You come out of my nut sack. How you the prize? Like it starts with us. So I don't know, man. They have, like you said, a sense of entitlement, right? The delusional factor is kicked in. When you don't have guidance, especially as a woman, you can easily be manipulated, lied to. I feel like for a lot of women, they want to believe whatever they want to believe, and if you don't have good guidance and direction, especially from a man, then you're gonna find yourself not knowing yourself and loving yourself, and you'll be manipulated into what these people tell you is beauty. This is beautiful. You got to look like this. And so when they put these celebrities out there, especially these females from Beyonce to whoever you could think of, and they got these wigs on them and these different things, and they tell you this is what black beauty looks like. These black women to soak it up and they love it. And then you have a lot of simps too who raised by their black mothers only, who they don't hold them accountable. They'll tell them, yeah, you look good when you don't. They tell them, or they won't say that they really don't like for you to wear makeup and so on and so forth when they know they don't like it. And so most men I run into, they rather have a natural face, beauty, all of that good stuff. Natural tits, ass, all that. We want naturalness.
Right. Yeah, I see polls all the time when you can just vote anonymously, and it always ends in the fact that men prefer natural. But when it comes to them being public about it, it's oh no, I don't got no problem. I don't got no problem with your wigs. I don't got no problem with all the makeup. But when you have to actually do, when you could do it and nobody knows that you're saying it, the polls always say men like natural. But when you hold them to it, so many are afraid to actually be honest and say, I really don't like that. And some of them are so afraid in saying, I really don't like that. Number one, they feel like it's not enough women who are natural, and they want to keep being able to lay down and get what they want, whether you in a wig or not. They just don't have the balls to actually stand 10 toes down.
Yeah, that's wild to me because I've never been like I gotta be frank with you about all situations. And so if you one of those ladies, I knock you at the club, right? It's dark in the club, you got on all this stuff. I'm a little intoxicated, a little tip maybe. And you a quick little fling, I knock you down. Don't get me wrong, you got all this wig and makeup. I might snatch that on off of there. But as far as being in a long-term relationship or taking you serious as something, no, I wouldn't be able to do it. I can't wake up to that because again, I don't know what you look like for real. I don't know what you look like for real.
One of the things that bothers me, I have 3 daughters. They've never had relaxers in their hair. I just never felt like, okay, I gotta straighten your hair, and this is the, people say, the European standard of beauty. Couple things I want to say about that is I'm kind of tired of hearing that, because now at this point in 2025, I feel like it's just an excuse. So, because I hear so many Black women say, well, the white people won't accept me if I don't have this European standard of beauty. And I just don't agree with that anymore. I think no one hates natural Black hair more than Black women. I've been natural now for 13 years. I've been all the way to the White House with an Afro puff. And I've never had white people say to me, you can't wear your hair like this. I went on Fox News with an Afro. And I wasn't that happy about it because I had just got it trimmed. I felt like I looked like one of the Jackson 5. But they didn't tell me that I couldn't wear my hair the way it grows out of my scalp. So I just don't feel like we can continue to point the finger at white people saying they won't accept us, they hate it. Because for the most part, the pushback I get, or even insults, being called Miss Seeley or anything of that nature, it's always from Black people. It's always from Black women.
Yes, I agree. And it's again, like my daughter, she came over, and because it started with parenting too. Like we gotta start doing better. My daughter, 19 years old, she live out in Vegas, and she came to fly out to see my son graduate from high school. And she came in, picked her up from the airport. She had a wig on. Take that right on off. That's not going on in our house. You take that off. 19 years old and off, and she didn't argue with her dad. She took that shit off and she never put it back on. So I let her know, like, you gotta love yourself. You got good hair yourself. Like, rock your own hair. Like, and the texture of the hair, that's what be so crazy to me. The delusional part of it is you getting texture that doesn't even match your skin color. You're getting white girls' hair in a sense, Brazil or Indian hair. You're getting and sewing it into your hair or getting it on straight onto your head, but then walk around talking about you don't like white women or something like that sense. You don't like your Black woman. Well, listen, lady, you don't seem like a Black woman. I don't know what you are. I'm confused.
Yeah, and I think it's so unfair that men actually, well, first of all, I don't think it's unfair that y'all don't get to do this, right? Because you're men. I saw somebody in the chat say they get Beijing. I don't like that Beijing, but I'm just one person. I don't like the Beijing look. It looks fake to me when it's jet black. You 55 years old and your hair is jet black. It don't really go over well for me. But so when I say that it's unfair, I don't expect men to be able to go out and get their eyebrows arched, or though there are some who do. I don't think that that's okay. What I do think is unfair though is the way that I hear women discuss men or talk about men when they themselves can't present themselves in a natural way. Like I feel it's unfair for men who what you have to offer is just like what we see. This is
Right.
who I am physically, and if I want to not look this way physically, then I have to watch what I eat. I have to be in the gym. Like, you all actually have to put in work to look different. Whereas for a woman, she's not gonna say, let me take the time to take care of my hair and try to grow it out. She's just gonna go get a weave. She's not going to say, let me take the time to get in the gym or be running 3 miles a day to get pull my waist in. She's just going to go get a waist trainer. And then when you take her home, have you seen, I think it's I'm Gonna Get You Sucker?
Mm-hmm.
When
Mm-hmm.
he takes her home and she pops her boobs out and she takes her hair off. And then
Yeah.
she only has one leg, and she's like, "Don't make me hop
Yeah.
after you." Like, that's what women remind me of nowadays, because it's like nothing is real about you. Yet every time I turn around, you're judging men very harshly, not only on the way that they look, but you're saying, "I want somebody that's real." Hello,
Oh,
let's
wow.
start with you.
That's hilarious. Yes. Yeah, I'm dating a Caucasian woman now, and it's really it's it's just I don't know. I don't because I wouldn't say like I have a preference or a white, black. No, who are you? Are you you? Can I dig you in your natural beauty? And if I can't, then I can't. And so I've come across a lot of natural black women and white women, whatever. But no, I can't say a lot. No, that's not true. Not a lot of black women. That's not true. Yeah, no, it's not a lot of natural black women that just really love themselves and their natural beauty. And it's crazy. When we point it out, they call us coons and bootlickers. That's
Right.
wild.
That's exactly what we are, according to them. And you know you're a real coon because you just sat here and said you you date a Caucasian woman.
Yeah,
So
from the Caucasus
you're a real
Mountains. Yeah.
I don't I don't know though if men, do y'all get called coons? I guess it depends on how you come across. Like what's the Griffin guy or something that's been getting uh, upset? Is Robert Griffin? Is that his name?
Robert Grit.
He's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's come under fire, and I hear people calling him coon all the time because they don't like that he's really subscribed to what some people accept as acceptable blackness. Like, if you're out here and you are acting a bit hood, or you don't seem to button up, then you're okay. You're known as authentically black. But someone like that, of course, they call him a coon. I don't know if you would get called a coon. Do you get called a
Oh
coon?
yeah, all the time, all the time, all
You
the
do?
time. Yeah, I just put on the Facebook that I was gonna be on Jason Whitlock's show today, and some folks that I used to know back in the day, Jason Coon, Shitlock, y'all two are the same, y'all like cooning together, and stuff like that. So no, I get it too. I get it.
Oh, wow.
I think
So
that's all
yeah,
they really know how to call a black. They don't think they got too many words. So bootlicker and coon is they go-tos for if you say something against the black community and you black yourself.
so do you feel like at any time you had to lower your standard in dating because of the pushback that people give you on having a physical preference? Do you ever feel like you were forced to do that, or you just like, I'm gonna do what I want to do?
No, I'm always to do what I want to do. I'm never forced to do nothing that I don't want to do. So no, I mean, and then like no, if I don't like it, I don't like it, and I don't pursue it. Like I said, if I talk to you for a one off or something, might want to have a little rendezvous or something, maybe so. But no, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, if I see a woman who I'm dating and she got to have all that stuff on, again, that's a turn off for me. I'm gonna start looking at you just like you're gonna be a knockdown, and that's it.
Right.
'Cause I would ask a
Uh,
woman too, like, why does she wear all that stuff? Like, if I'm on going on a date with you, and I see
right.
that's I will ask her like, what is it about that? Like, and if they have dumb things, dumb answers, responses, then I know, like, okay. And if it's crazy, yeah, I can't even knock you down now because you just sound silly to me. Now you're all the way ugly. And so
Right.
we can check, please.
Well, at least picking up the check. She might at least I got the check taken care of.
I take care of check. Yeah, ain't no thing. Check, please. Yeah.
A biblical worldview says, Shemeka, you got to get a Rumble channel where you can say what you want without getting canceled or censored. I have the channel. I just have to start going up there. I think there's some things that you have to do, and I honestly, I've been too lazy to do it. Like you sign in, and then you have to put your key in StreamYard in order to do it. I just need to do it so that I can be on Rumble, but I do have a page. So go ahead and subscribe so that when I do go up there, I'll have some listeners. I'm just going to read some of these comments. Yanni says black women are overkill when it comes to aesthetics. It's ridiculous. It is overkill. And I don't understand why they don't see it. Like now, it's almost like, okay, when I was growing up, you could tell a man that was trying to be a woman because he had on a whole bunch of makeup. He would have on the eyelashes. You could tell that he needed to do the whole contouring to make his face look more feminine, make his jawline look more feminine. Now it's so hard to tell the difference because women are now taking their makeup tips from men, from drag queens. So they all look like drag queens. The men look like drag queens, and the women look like drag queens because it's 2:00 in the afternoon. Why do you have on 2 pounds of makeup? Why do you need to contour your face? You were born a female. I don't think they understand how ridiculous they look. Even the Avon women back in the day didn't wear that much makeup.
Wow.
Now they have a whole suitcase of makeup, and many of them put it on every day. Can't go to the grocery store without it. It's crazy.
It is. It is. And again, parents, we got to do better because I don't see how your kids. I just don't see it. Like Shemeka, she got daughters. I got daughters. When you teach them right, they just don't fall into that. They don't fall in that. So it's like for y'all to, because they start somewhere and they see it from somewhere, whatever the case. And as soon as you see them, you got to nip that in the butt. Just like I told you, like my daughter came in this house with a wig on her. She had to take it right off and not to put it back on, like in my presence. So she understands. Oh yeah, Pops ain't cool with this. So y'all got to make them understand that. Like, nah, you don't need to do that. Love yourself, or nobody else will. Period. Sheesh.
This is funny. He says everything be loud, bedazzled, and dramatic. It looks so tacky. That's a true statement.
It
It's
is.
yeah, that's a
Angel
true statement.
Reese. Angel Reese had the when Angel Reese was playing against Caitlin Clark. I know you don't know about the WNBA, but it was the difference of the two. Angel Reese was hurt, and so she had her regular clothes on. Caitlin Clark was at the other end hurt, and she had her regular clothes on. Caitlin Clark had on something like what I got on: t-shirt, hair straight, no makeup on, her little earrings on, some jeans, and her Nikes. Down on the other side of the floor, Angel Reese got this big old fur thing around her, around her neck. She got on all kind of stuff, big earrings, hair, all kind of ways. I'm like, oh Lord, for what? She looked like she was at a 1980s party, and she thinks she
Right.
had
And
she must be good. Why?
yeah, there has to be something psychological with that. Like me, I would think it was like, okay, me as who I am is just not good enough, you know, and so I have to go above and beyond for the attention. I remember when they were playing, I guess, I forget which game it was, maybe the championship game or something. I said it was the wigs versus the ponytails because it was like all of the white girls or, one team, they had their hair in their little natural ponytails and they were just, playing ball. The other side, it was wigs. It was wigs. That's all you saw were
Unbelievable.
wigs and fingernails. How do you even play ball in fingernails? I don't know, but they managed to do it somehow, some way. Earl Grey, the Bay, says men are getting knee surgery to be taller. I did see that. That's so weak to me as well.
And it's not
And
a common thing, though. I don't, it's not
yeah, it's
a.
not as common. Men are installing wigs now. I think all gay. I don't. If my grandfather wouldn't have done it, I'm gonna look at any man strange. My grandfather was not thinking I need to feel it. And he started losing hair before he left this earth. He was not thinking, let me go get a wig. Nor
Put a
was he
toupee
thinking,
on that thing. He didn't want to put a
yeah,
toupee on there. He didn't want to Donald
nah,
Trump.
yeah, he didn't toupee it. Now, if he could Donald Trump it so that the wind could blow and it don't blow off, then that's one thing. But if it's gonna look like a carpet up there, like you just killed the mouse and just threw him,
Oh,
I don't want to see that.
yeah, leave
Like,
it alone. Leave it
yeah,
alone.
that ain't cool. Cash Cow says natural beauty is the best. I'm married to a black woman and I'm glad she isn't into that. I bet. Yeah. And who wants to wake up with somebody looking completely different? I
Yeah,
wouldn't want that if I was a man. I need you to look very similar when we wake up to how you look when we went to bed.
most
All right,
definitely.
here we go. Why are men so concerned with women wearing wigs? As a woman myself, and I'm so sorry, I've been calling you Earl like a man. As a woman myself, I thought some of your comments were feminine, so I apologize. I did think they were feminine, but 2025, you never know.
Right.
Woman myself, I hardly wear them, but if I want to, I will. I'm gonna let you answer that as the man. Why are men so concerned with women wearing wigs? As a woman myself, I hardly wear them, but if I want to, I will.
Well, because I mean, what do you have underneath there? And if you have hair, then why are you wearing wigs? Like to me, what's the problem here? What I don't get. Okay, so I was just thinking of something. You would say, a man concerned wearing wigs. I hardly wear them. Listen, if the only time you wear a wig, you should be wearing a wig is when your man say, "I want a blonde today." I've been having blonde feelings. I want a little blonde. Go get a blonde wig and put it on. Let's have a little. Let's role play. You go if you like. The only time I need you to bring in a wig, we role playing. Maybe that's it. That's it.
Yeah, role playing. Okay, I agree. Mr. K2B2 says they say we lie about liking women natural. That I do see that. Oh, they're lying. When the polls come out, they're lying. They don't like it. And then they'll say they only like it when it's a certain type of natural. I don't see that either. Like, I got some real Kunta Kinte hair. Like, I've had these twists a couple weeks. I'm always wearing my natural hair, my afro. I never go out the house feeling like I need to have a different grade or and I just don't. I'm sure I'm not everybody's cup of tea, right? But I just don't feel like men are looking at me like, ew, and because
Yeah.
I'm natural. So I
Yeah.
think the women that say that just really don't feel comfortable being natural. Is the Pope a straight man or bisexual? Look, you must have said something Earl Grey the Bay don't like.
Hey, Earl Grey the Bay. I'm definitely straight, but who are you? I don't need that. Hey, is that's Earl Grey the Bay? Like I said, what am I to say to that? That's a dumb question to me. They
There's no
always go to
individual.
that when you say stuff that they don't like. They go to you must be gay.
Jay Hunter, thank you for the super chats. There's no individual prize. The prize is what's created when equality yoke people unite. I like that. That's a good way to think about that. One man's hesitation is another man's commitment. If one man doesn't like her with her hair and lashes, another man will come along and say, "Hey, girl," and that's true. Um, I don't have a problem per se with women doing all of that. I have a problem when they do all of that and they don't recognize that they do all of that, or they don't realize that they're doing all of that. And then they go to say, I got to have somebody that's real. If he's not real, and that's like, do you understand that you are not completely real? You're not
At all.
completely self out there. And then I don't like it when they try to get upset when a man is like, what do you look like without that? I feel like if you're trying to spend time with this man or y'all are spending time together, I think he should have the right to want to see you without the clown costume. Now, I'm calling it a clown costume because I'm who I am. But to some people, they don't see it that way. I just have an issue when they look down on men and men don't have the ability to fix themselves up like that. It's the same. This is what I'm going to liken it to. I'm likening that to women who are constantly saying or calling a man broke or saying he's not this or he's not that because he doesn't have the finances, or she's talking about him like, well, he don't have his own place, and she's living in Section 8. She's getting food stamps. Like, how dare you try to look down your nose at a man who is struggling financially when without the government, you would be struggling financially as well. That's kind of how I like it. Don't sit here and look down your nose at somebody thinking they should meet this standard that you yourself are not meeting. That's kind of how I liken that. Like, I don't have an issue with y'all wearing wigs and stuff, but let's be real. It's a wig. And fresh out the shower, you would be in the same boat as that man, fat and bald headed. That's all.
Hey, love it. Well, hey, thank you. Listen, Shemeka, I'm about to get up out of here. I gotta go do some things. Love the show. Keep doing your thing.
Thank you so much. And I'm on here longer than I was supposed to be. It's been 50 minutes now. So you
That
talking
went
about
by
I got
fast though. Look how fast that went by. Look at that.
I was supposed to
No.
go minutes ago.
All right, Shemeka.
So,
Make
Go
sure y'all hit the
ahead.
like button, subscribe.
Thank you so much, DePoe. Thank you for wanting to give us your 10 cent. I want 2 cent. It was 10 cent that got me up here to 250.
Right on, no problem. We'll meet
All
again.
right. See you later.
Blessings.
Let's see. Black women don't like being corrected nor being made suggestions to. I'm sure I'm not in a minority when I say I don't like tattoos on women. Black women will get sleeves, not Karen. You have told nothing but the truth. Earl Grey the Bay says, as soon as you all don't agree, y'all attack another person's looks. I do. I attack the look and the thought because that's just me. I'm from a place where we would scold. You know, I can remember leaving my friend's house and they ran to the door and threw a broom out and said, don't forget Shemeka. That was attacking, you know, my physical appearance, but I didn't have a problem with it. It was what it was. So I'm going to do both. I'm going to attack your looks and your thought process because I'm from an era of, we called it scolding. So I'm a scold. I only died early when my gray was uneven. Once it was salt and peppery, I stopped. Salt and pepper is the move. It is so nice. Men, don't let nobody tell y'all anything different. It is really nice. Why are you on here trying to call this man bisexual? Because he has an opinion. You have no subscribers or viewers. You should give up on YouTube and get a real job and worry about yourself. Okay. You know, some people are just on YouTube because they want to watch. I'm on it. They might just want to watch. Okay. Stimulated student says basically many Black women carry themselves as they don't want a husband. They don't make the investment. I agree. I don't want to hear that you're the least chosen when you don't even do anything that makes somebody want to choose you. It just is what it is. Oh my God, I can't go back but so far because typically y'all know I'm on top of these comments and I'm reading them. Let's see this one. Black people are trying to have and promote Black pride, Black love, Black unions. When a Black isn't that example, when that's what the people are looking for and you can't represent it, then you not needed as the model. Stimulated says, Shemeka is a Black woman. She can't get canceled. Thank you. Yoni says that I should watch the WNBA. They ball full games with all that. Yes, I've seen a couple of them. Like, how are y'all playing in them wigs and them fingernails? Like, your head don't get hot? My scalp gets hot without a wig. How are y'all braiding your hair down, then putting on a wig cap, and then gluing on a wig? Or either braiding your hair down and sewing that. That's a lot. And then y'all out there getting overheated. I don't know how you do it. Elisha's Bear Friend, they are pushing women's sports on broadcast TV. On any given Saturday, you can find WNBA, women's soccer, softball, etc. Unless you can pay, you can't avoid it. Yeah, I just watched something else. Mr. K2B2 says, Shemeka, your hair looks good. Thank you. Yanni says, no wig city here. Screw that cap. Yeah, we can't do it. Oh, there's a T reference that I missed. I apologize. Yoni says it's 100% psychological. I agree. I appreciate y'all all coming on here today. I was not supposed to be here almost an hour. We said this 2:00 chat would be 20 to 30 minutes. The Pope B. Frank said, no, that's not long enough. Send me the link. I got something to say. I would have said what I had to say, read some of the comments and been gone. But I thank him for coming on today, chatting with me. I thank you all for chatting. If there's any men in the chat that have anything to say before we go, Earl Grey Bay says that's because they aren't really playing ball for real. Corny behind games. I ain't interested in the WNBA either. I can just I don't want to see women walking around with their backs hunched over, slapping each other on the behind. I don't like that. I don't like the whole I'm a girl, but I think I'm a guy. I can be as hard as I don't like the way that looks. My daughter played basketball, and once she graduated high school, and that was the end of her basketball career, I just really wasn't interested in watching the women. My grandmother loves it. My grandmother played ball in high school, so when the WNBA is playing, my grandma, who is 91, she's watching. If I'm around my grandma, I'm forced to watch it because she's lived 91 years on this earth. How dare I think I'm going to tell her what she can and cannot watch? She deserves to watch it. I'm going to scroll my phone and pretend, but my grandma loves it. Mr. K2B2 says, I have no issue with the wig as a change up if the hair is dreaded. Okay. And Nicholas Gunn, plus fake wigs, lashes, fake asses, etc. It's all drag queen culture. Women no longer lean into 90s fine. It's all fake everything and warped fake ass that doesn't match. I agree. And again, if you're going to do it. Just don't put down men as if you're up here and they're down here when they don't have the option. We wouldn't even want to see it. I don't want to see a man in a wig. Don't go get, if you're a bald black man and you go get a Donald Trump, we all gonna look at you crazy. But women do it every day. That's all I'm saying. Don't judge men unfairly because you can do something they can't. And we need to come back on here. I'm going to address that whole women looking down their nose at men financially when for a lot of them, if the government wasn't helping you, you'd be in the same boat. I'm going to talk about y'all Section 8 women. You getting Section 8, food stamps, child support. You ought to be ahead. That's what the point of that is, to help you get ahead. But yet then y'all act like that's not why you're in a better boat. We're gonna talk about that. Grinder needs to be studied. I call her grinder because something explicit intelligence. I agree. People have vices, and especially in lower income America. Yes. Khalees Rael, hello, girl. Wigs falling off. That is true too. I thank y'all for joining me. Tomorrow, I'm supposed to be talking about whether or not you should post each other on social media. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I kind of want to address someone telling Jason Whitlock that he doesn't like Black people. I think I want to dig into that. If you have a choice either way, let me know. But I think tomorrow I want to dig into Jason Whitlock doesn't like Black people. Tune in tomorrow. Anyway, I'm about to go. I see y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. Sometimes my brain be moving 100 miles an hour and then my mouth be there. I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks for joining. Oh, yes, Jason Whitlock, please. Well, it's the only vote that came in, so Jason Whitlock it is. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you for joining me.